Welcome to the Succulent Home with me, Melissa. This is the Succulent weekend edition of vlogs. I'm just showing you odds and ends, what's going on. I'm about to do some pruning, do some maintenance. I'm going to show you some new succulents that I got from a community yard sale we just had. So come look. So I'm going to do some maintenance around the yard over here. I'm going to be cutting off these blooms and just kind of pulling some weeds and getting some leaves out of the way, because it does look like a little bit of a hot mess, and I showed you that already in our last walkabout in the backyard, and I've yet to do it. Now, look at this precious baby. Isn't that just gorgeous? I bought her for $10 from one of my friends / neighbors, and she grows and propagates her own succulents, and this was $10 with the pot and the hanging rope. But isn't that beautiful? I forget the name of this, but comment below and tell me the name so I will know specifically. Isn't that beautiful? Here's another one that I bought. Another donkey's tail of some kind. It's trailing, and it was $10 too. Came on a rope, but I'm just gonna leave it in there for now. Isn't that just beautiful? And I bought one more, but I'll have to show you a little bit later as I go. But see, this is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna be cutting off the blooms. Look at the new babies coming through. But I'm just gonna cut the bloom off of here, because although it's pretty, look at how beautiful that bloom is. I know I could have left it, but you guys, I don't get a lot of time to hurry up and do some maintenance around here, so I'm not mad at having to do it. I'm also gonna be pulling some weeds because this place needs it. And I need some therapy, so a little garden therapy never hurt anybody, but only extended one's life. So that's what you're gonna wanna do. So if you're wondering, like, where do you cut the blooms off? I kind of just go to the very base of where the bloom starts. So just like this one, I go to the base and I cut it. Most likely it'll callus, but it'll also get new blooms right here where you cut. It's usually what happens. The reason why you want to cut the blooms is because the blooms, these things right here, they attract mealybugs and aphids, and you don't want that, because aphids or mealybugs, they will wreck and ruin your succulents and or arrangements. So you don't want to do that. There is a lot of growth coming from like these. You see that one echeveria? Can't even see it. It's so like covered by the kalanchoe. So I just love this. This is like garden ASMR at its best. Like, oh, do you hear the leaves? Do you hear them crackle? People like enjoy those videos. It's like cringy a little bit. Okay. So you see how much more better it also looks too. Looks very maintenanced and manicured from getting those one blooms off. So you can see all these beautiful little blooms, but they're ready. They're ready to get cut. So this is another time, because spring, you know, they're all blooming, for you to get in your garden and relax and get it done. Get it done, guys. Then I just go back and pick it out. Do you see that? See how nice it looks? So nice. I'll just go back right here. Pick these all up. And there you go. On these blooms, you can see that there's some leaves. You can, and I can just take these off. And these little babies, believe it or not, they can propagate some new echeverias. They're tiny, they're small, but you know what? If I just throw them back in there, let's just see what happens. See if anything produces. Or you can just cut it all off, leave the leaves on there, and, you know, let bygones be bygones. I love pulling weeds. There's just the sensation of pulling weeds just feels so relaxing. I don't know why. Comment below if you feel the same thing. Look at that one. Tuck it in there. So do you see that? Take all of those out, just like so. Got all those, so we throw them in there. See what happens. Look at all the little babies that's coming from that one bloom. So I'm not gonna mess with that. Those are all little baby echeverias. It's not blooms, but echeverias coming from that stem. That's what happens when you just cut it like that. Sometimes that's what happens. Look at those babies. So cute. Got some new growth since cutting that aloe back, and over here as well. Yep, pretty good. There's another bloom. Yep. So pretty. So let me show you a kalanchoe that I cut down. Look at what's grown from it. Those are all new, fresh kalanchoes that I can use to pot up. So sometimes when you cut your stalk, just leave it off to the side, see what happens. You might get something really good. Okay, over here is what I wanted to show you. This cactus I got from that yard sale too. Look at how beautiful that is. Don't know what this is. It looks very similar to a rat's tail because of how it grows long and just kind of falls. But you tell me, what is it really? Tell me. Okay, so over here, these have been going okay, but you know what? I need to cut the blooms off now of these little string of pearls. It's just, they're not pretty anymore. They're not cute. My string of pearls look like they were like not doing too well, but I think I am getting on top of it before it's too late. The blooms are so pretty, but then once they bloom, it's like, and then the blooms die off. It's just not that pretty after all, you know? There you go. Just cleaning it up. And so. This is like 3 blooms in one. So a couple of our friends came over this weekend, also came to visit the yard sale that was taking place in the neighborhood. And they are into succulents and cacti as well. And it's always fun to be around others who like just kind of get you and your like for this hobby of ours. Because there's not a lot of us, but a lot of us, if that makes sense. So they were shriveling up. So I gave them a good drink of water. And I'm hoping I didn't water them too late. But I gave them a big drink of water. I kind of put these over here like that because obviously all of these are stuck. They also bloomed underneath too. Okay. They're just so stuck. Oh my gosh. I was watering it. That's why I put this pot underneath. Isn't this cute? I need it. Oh, shoot. Oh gosh. Oh, good job, Melissa. Look at that. Oh, party fell. That's it. You're not invited to the party next time. Goodness gracious, girlfriend. I was going to say how beautiful you were. Then I just ruined you. Gosh, dang it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. And look at that little old lady. Or the old man. It's the old man. Look at that pretty little bloom. Is that not cool? And look at how beautiful is that. Gorgeous Joseph of many colors. That fuchsia is lit. So on fire. I'm gonna cut you, you little bloom. You're beautiful, but you don't need to be there. This is like a flop. That don't need to be there either. I always try to clean up as I go too. I don't want to just like pull weeds and you're going to just leave them on your cement. That's just like, that's like cooking and then leaving your pots and pans and never washing them. You know what I'm saying? People do that too. You guys, the whole point of cleaning up your yard is so that it can look very nice, pristine, and clean. I love a really good yard. I feel like you can tell a lot about a person from how they keep their yard up. Like their yard work. You could tell if people have pride and ownership. You could tell if people appreciate what they have, whether you're a renter or an owner. I think it's a good way of showing the Lord by taking care of your property and the yard, that you appreciate and value the prosperity that He has given you in your life. I don't know, I just feel like you could just tell a lot about a person. Now, don't get me wrong. There might be reasons why a person can't do their yard. Like maybe they're ill or something. That's a possibility too. So I never judge a book by its cover. But in that case, if they were my neighbors and stuff, I would know. And again, if that was the case, I would even offer to help them out and say, can I help do your yard? Since I like doing this stuff anyways. I might want to be a blessing. Never hurt nobody. To walk in love to another fellow person who might need you. So, anyways. pulling these leaves. I'm thinking of pulling back this kalanchoe too. Or cutting it. I feel like I should cut it. Because these little babies are here. I think I'm going to do that. I think if I cut it right below, and then right, see, isn't that cute? And then I have all those leaves I could propagate. Then look, this is where I cut it. That's where I cut it. And that, there's a baby just right there. So it was like a perfect place to cut it back. Okay. I was a little embarrassed because I brought my friends back here. And I like had so much yard work to do that I neglected a little bit. And that's what I was talking about. Like, I feel like, oh man, you always want your stuff to look its best, especially if you have a collection of some kind. Look at the Medusa. Isn't the Medusa looking just fabulous? She is. She is looking like a very good, beautiful specimen. Okay. Hopefully this isn't too blurry for you. Now, it's really hard to see the weeds in the Medusa because they're like very camouflaged. But I'm trying, ouch, that cactus. Trying to be able to see the weed, to see where it's coming from. Okay. Let me see. Now you see this is a huge weed. Fills. Oh, dang it. Oh, got it. Whew. Okay, I'm trying to pull this weed out. Oh, gosh. Now some babies came with it. Do you see that? I'm not going to fuss with them. I'm just going to throw it away. It's fine. Okay. It'll find its way now. I think. Okay, that looks a lot better. A lot better. See, if you just do a section at a time, it doesn't have to be too overwhelming. Sometimes you just don't know where to start. Start wherever you feel like. Just start doing it. There's lots of little babies in here, so I'm trying to try to be careful. Like this one, from like leaves falling. Oh shoot, you see this one? It's thriving. So I'm gonna leave it there. Summer is coming, so this section doesn't really get a lot of sun, but they do get morning sun. So I'm gonna put this, tuck it in the back over here. I'm gonna tuck those in the back. So they get kind of a little bit more of a shade. You know what I'm saying? There's some blooms I can cut. There we go. All right. Pretty dang good, guys. Look at how beautiful that